Hi, Hoboken Red Wings. It's so good to see you. I miss all of your faces so much. This is Dr. A, and we are on our 5th or 6th session together for the students with Namaste with Dr. A. And we have been working and building upon mindfulness. Mindfulness is shining the spotlight of awareness onto our experiences. Those experiences can be physical, they could be thoughts, they can be emotions, they could be the mere inhale and exhale in your body. Building upon the awareness and acceptance, which are the first two pillars we worked on, we're now in this third really powerful pillar, which is inviting change if we think change is helpful. So yesterday we exemplified this by doing a scan over our body, recognizing if it was tight or loose or cramped or heavy or lethargic or jittery, and we invited in some mindful movement to make changes we thought could be helpful. Today, we're going to explore our emotions. We're going to accept these are our emotions right now, and we're going to decide, will it be healthy for us to stay in this emotion, or eventually do we need to pivot out of it? And how do we do that? So let's together take a couple of collective breaths to regulate and center ourselves and draw that awareness back to our mind and body. I highly recommend sitting crisscross applesauce with your hands grounded down on your knees if you need to be grounded. If you have a lot of energy, you need to settle yourself. Palm up if you felt that, I've been kind of sluggish. I need to welcome in energy. So based on how you're feeling, put your hands there. I'm gonna put mine up to receive some energy. Close your eyes, inhale for 4 seconds, count to yourself very slowly. Pause, exhale through your mouth even slower. 2 more on your own. As you continue to breathe, start to notice your body, including your breathing. Is it quick and shallow? Extended and deeper? Can you feel the rise and fall of your belly and chest? Can you feel your nostrils inhale and exhale? Do you notice the breath in the back of your throat? Can you breathe into your back between your shoulder blades? Inhale. Exhale. Do your arms feel heavy or light? Your torso slouched or upright? Your seat rooted into the ground, or are you not drawing awareness there? Your feet heavy and planted. Make changes in your body that you need right now based on your own awareness of what's going on. So based on my own need for energy, I'm going to put down, you can join me, one hand to the side of me, the other hand's reached up and over. Bend the hand planted on the ground, stretch my fingertips towards the sky, look underneath your arm, and feel a side stretch from your shoulder down to your hip bone, all along your ribs, opening up some space, sending in some energy. Release back down, other hand planted on the ground, bend your elbow, arm outreached, right alongside your ribs, and start to bend over, looking underneath your arm. Slowly, like we did before, inhale and exhale. What do you notice shifting? What areas feel more open, contracted? What feels freer? Now, I want to wring out some stress I'm feeling today. And if you do too, you're gonna raise one arm, cross it over one knee, right across your body. Take your other arm behind your back and twist, looking over your back shoulder. Twist out the stress from school, from home, from getting on family's nerves. Whew. And release. This time, other side. Raise your arm, plant your hand on your knee, look behind yourself, twist your spine, rotating your ribs all the way around, bringing out any worries, thoughts, and stresses. Come back to center. Last, we're going to use our fingers to tiptoe forward and stretch from our hip bones and waist all the way to your fingertips, dropping your head. Slowly tiptoe your fingers back to center. Do a couple of shoulder rolls, a head roll, switch direction, and come back to center. So before we even draw awareness to our emotions, do you feel any differences in your body just from those mindful movements? Has anything opened up? Have you released anything? That could be energetic worry. That could be a kink in your back. That could be letting go of what you were just doing that was causing you a little bit of frustration. Just some changes that you invite in can really shift your perspective. Next, we're going to take a moment to acknowledge our emotion and then invite in change if we feel that it's not a helpful or healthy place to be for us. Happy, mad, sad, and scared are the 4 pillars we're going to dive into. Let them come up and greet you. Let the emotions show themselves to you. Accept they're there and do nothing with them at first. So hand on your heart, other hand on top of that hand. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If you had to be really honest with yourself, what emotions are creeping up for you right now? How can you tell? What do you notice? Take a moment to identify the emotion that feels strongest. See it. Say out loud or to yourself, I'm having the feeling of. And for me, I'll fill in the blank. I'm having the feeling of worry. I'm worried about health of myself and my loved ones. Now, what I'm not doing is saying, Dr. A, stop having that thought. That's a terrible thought. You shouldn't have that thought. Nope, it's okay. I think to myself, I'm having a worry about health. Done. On this next moment, we sit in it and we think to ourselves, if I had this worry all day long, would it be healthy and helpful for me? What do you think? If Dr. A thought to herself, I'm worried about my family, I'm worried about my family, I'm worried about their health, I'm worried about my health. I mean, already just listening to it, I found stress in my side of my body and my mind. So I really don't need to stay there forever. But it's okay to acknowledge that that has showed up for me. So the next part of what I do with my thought is I see the thought and I think to myself, is there another way I can frame this thought that still holds truth, but also acknowledges that I can invite in change of my own? So I'm worried about the health of my family and myself. And not but, or I shouldn't, I can do my part. I could do my part to wash my hands a lot. I could do my part to not go out in public spaces. I can do my part to not gather with other people. I could do my part to sit and accept that worry during this pandemic is okay. And maybe because I was able to invite in another perspective while accepting my emotion, I'm able to pivot out of it eventually. And maybe I can also pair it with movement. So if anyone that's watching has had some emotions tied with thoughts that are causing them some stress, one wonderful thing you can do is called ragdoll. We're going to do it together, then come back to say goodbye to each other. Standing firm, your legs straight, feet beneath your hips, you're going to start on a half lift, flat back, hands on your legs, and slowly release your back vertebrae by vertebrae until you're hanging as limp as a rag doll. One hand is gonna hold one elbow, the other hand will hold the other elbow, and you're gonna hang as heavy as possible, tucking your chin in and making your head go towards the earth. Maybe you sway. Maybe release your hands. But you acknowledge you're having a hard time with something, and you're releasing control about that feeling, inviting in something more helpful. So I'm trying to release my thought of worrying about health out of my head, literally, and I'm inviting in this nice release in my ragdoll position of my body to help regulate my body, to acknowledge I can't control the epidemic or the world, and to accept here I am. On the next breath, slowly, as if each vertebrae is moving by itself, straighten to stand. Return to your seated position. And with your hands together, place your thumbs at your heart or your sternum. And acknowledge that you took some time out for yourself today, and that self-care can fuel you through difficult emotions that you may be experiencing at any moment of the day. So today, tomorrow, the next day, when you run into difficulties, sit with those emotions, see them, accept them, and invite in something healthy that may pivot the way you're feeling. From my heart and home to yours, namaste. Until next time, guys, be well, be safe.